Okay, right, so as you guys can see by the title and thumbnail of today's video here, today we're going to be broad ranking every single Dead by Daylight map. We're going to be ranking them based on looks, loops, and based on if the map is fun to play on or not. So let's get into it. First things first, we got the Asylum here. Now there's multiple asylums. There's the nurse one and then there's a clown one, two different asylums. So based on the nurse asylum here, overall I would say the map got changed a lot, multiple times. Overall I think it looks pretty good. I like the asylum building in the middle, pretty decent. Loops wise, you have a lot of loops actually. You got God's pallet at shack, the usual. You got multiple pallets in the main building. Got a lovely window there. They made it a lot more fair with the added breakable walls, so killers won't have a hard time. So I guess that's pretty balanced. Overall, with the clown map Asylum, again also pretty good. I would say there's average loops, it looks pretty nice. I like also the inside of the asylum, very nice. You're gonna have fun playing there. So I'm gonna put this all around in good tier. Next up we got Auto Haven. Now there's multiple types of Auto Havens here. If you played it long enough, there are quite a lot. I think all of them look pretty good. All of them have their unique add-ons to them, are all pretty good. Looping wise, I remember back in the OG days, it used to be so incredibly broken. There used to be so many loops, killers had a hard time. But they did change it multiple times and now it's more balanced as well, so it's pretty nice. From a survivor mains perspective here, I would say I do prefer it a little bit how it was before. But it did also used to be slightly busted for certain killers, so fair enough why I got changed. But looks wise, all of them I would say look pretty good. As I said, all of them have their nice specific add-ons. Some have a house, some just have a gas station. Pretty good all around, to say very quite nice that. Overall, I would say you're gonna have fun playing in Auto Havens here. So I'm gonna put this map up there in amazing tier to play against. Next up, we got the Saloon. Saloon is Dead Slinger's map, was released a while ago here. Overall, I quite like this map. It looks pretty cool. I quite like it. But overall, this map, I would say, looks good. It has a decent amount of loopings. Overall, you're gonna have fun playing in this map, honestly. You can easily, if you're playing Dead Slinger Hunters as well, you can easily just stay at main building and try to get some snipes. Overall, very nice map to play on as a killer and a survivor. I don't think many people would disagree with that, but I'm gonna put that up there in good tier. Though, however, I might change that later on, put that up there in amazing tier. Next up, we got the Forgotten Ruins, aka a map that came out with the Dungeons and Dragons DLC with the Lich and the other survivor, which I can't really pronounce the names. But overall, looks wise, it looks amazing. I love how they did this map. I love the underground thing. I love the main building itself. Absolutely amazing. Loops wise, there are some questionable loops. So I'll give it a roughly 5 out of 10 on loops wise. There are some horrendously bad pallets there. So I wouldn't give it a full one. But I would say you'll have a decently fun time playing on this map. Looks wise, it's amazing. The devs did an incredible job with those. Absolutely love it. But overall, I'm gonna put this up there in good tier. Next up, we got Haddenfield, one of my favorite maps. I honestly love how Haddenfield looks. They did change it a little bit back ago, making the map a lot smaller, making it a lot more balanced for killers. Fair enough. This map did came out technically with Michael Myers here and Laurie Strode. Came out a while ago, but obviously with the recent changes, as I said, it got changed. Looks wise, still looks amazing. Loops wise, has a very nice, decent looping there. Will you have fun playing this map? Yes, I honestly enjoy playing this map quite a lot, I would say. So I'm gonna put that up there in amazing tier. Absolutely love this map. Next up, we got the Forsaken Boneyard, aka a map which was released with the artist. Now, the map itself actually looks very nice. I quite like the tower in the middle with a lot of crows flying around. Honestly, pretty good. The devs did a very good job on the aesthetic looks of it. Loops wise, has some very nice loops as well. Overall, pretty good in my opinion. Some questionable ones, but the majority of them are very good. That's a solid 8 out of 10 on loopings there. Aesthetic wise, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Will you have fun playing this map? Again, it always matters on the killers, but usually you will have fun playing on this map both as a survivor and as a killer. So with that said, I'm gonna put that up there in good tier. Next up, we got the Coldwind farm. Now this map was released also a while ago. This was one of the few original maps when DVD originally came out, but obviously in due times these maps got changed a lot more, which made them better, more balanced. So currently there is multiple Coldwind maps, but I think overall they all look pretty good. I would say very nice, solid. I give them a solid 8 out of 10 on aesthetic wise, okay, on looks. Looping wise, they still have some very nice loops. You can still loop the killer for quite a while there, as well as you also have the meat tree in that map, so it's also very nice. Will you have fun playing on this map? Yes, as I said, it always depends on which killer you go against, but for this map I say you will have fun playing on it regardless of the killer, discounting nurse, because no one likes going against the nurse nowadays, which fair enough, neither do I. So I'm gonna put that up there also in good tier, I would say. Next up, we got the Garden of Joy. This map was released back with the Dredge. Overall, actually a very nice map. I quite like it. Looks wise, I'll give it a solid 8 out of 10 as well. Pretty decent. Looping wise, there are some questionable loops in this map as well, but for the majority of them, they are very good. I would say they're pretty decent. Again, obviously every single map is gonna depend on which killer you go against. Some maps are good for certain killers, some maps are horrible for certain killers. It just all around depends. But Garden of Joy is a map where if you play survivor, you're gonna have fun. If you play the majority of killers, I would say you're gonna be okay in this map. So again, I'm gonna put this one up there in good tier. Next up, we got Green Villa Square. This map was released with Sable and the Unknown. Honestly, I quite love this map. Again, this is also one of my favorites. The main building itself, absolutely amazing. I quite like the theater it has as well. There's a lot of memes happen there. Overall, pretty fun, I would say. If playing that map, both as killer and survivor, you're not gonna mind the map. Honestly, pretty good. Honestly, quite love this map. I love the main building, as I said, pretty good. I like the lighting and everything. It has a lot of potential, so I'm gonna put that up there in amazing tier. Next up, we got Midwich. This map was released back with Pyramid Head and Cheryl, aka the Silent Hill chapter. Overall, when it originally came out, I quite like this map. Has a lot of uniqueness to it as well, especially the secret room, which opens up in endgame. You just get a free chest. Pretty good, I would say. Very nice. Especially you also have some secret hallways, and some breakable walls now. If the killer breaks that, can go up or down. Very nice pathways, I would say. I got updated, I think, not too long ago, I think a couple of months ago. Overall, I would say it's an overall good experience you have there. It's not amazing, I would definitely not put that in amazing tier, but overall, you have a good experience playing in this map. Next up, we got Lery's. Now, Lery's is honestly a very weird map to rate. It is a very close map. It was released back with the Doctors DLC along with Fang as well. Overall, this map is a lot complicated, since if you're playing against Scratchman or Myers, if you're playing as Scratchman or Myers in this map, you're gonna have a lot of fun jump scaring survivors. And if you're a survivor, you're probably gonna get jump scared a lot in this map, which is honestly quite fun. So realistically, this map is very killer dependent. It's very killer dependent, I would say. From a survivor main's perspective, I honestly quite like playing in this map. Don't mind it at all, especially if I'm using light. I would adore this map. So looks wise, 8 out of 10, very nice. Looping wise, there are also some very nice loops in this map. Absolutely love them. So I'm gonna put that up there also in good tier. Next up, we got McMillan. Now, as similar with Coldwind McMillan, there's multiple McMillans there, but I think overall they all look very nice. McMillan was also one of the few maps that were originally in DBD back when it first came out. Obviously, in due time, it got multiple updates, multiple changes, making it more fair. Currently, how it is right now, aesthetic-wise, decent, 8.5 out of 10, very nice. Looping wise, there are some questionable loops here, I would say. There's a little bit meh ones, especially if you're going against a Death Slinger or something like that. You can easily get sniped. but I would say overall the majority of the loops are still very good. So will you have fun playing this map as both killer and survivor? Yes, I would definitely say that. So with that said, I'm gonna put this map up there in amazing tier. Next up, we got Nostromo Wreckage. This map was released with the Alien chapter, with the Xenomorph and Ellen Ripley. Overall, I would say this map looks amazing here. You got a like spaceship there, very quite nice. As looks wise, I'll give it a solid 9.5 out of 10. Absolutely amazing. Loops wise, there are a lot of questionable loops on this map, especially again if you're going against the Huntress, a Trickster, or Deathsling, or even the Twins. Most likely the majority of loops are very bad against them, so that's a little bit of a letdown there. But will you have fun playing this map as killer and survivor? Probably yes, you will have fun in this map. For me personally, again, I don't really mind this map at all, so I'm gonna put that up there in good tier as well. Next up, we got the Swamp. Now there are two different types of swamps, I'm pretty sure. There's one with the big boat, and then there's one with the house. In my opinion, the Swamp is a little bit annoying to play on, especially as survivor, since if you want to go and fight the hatch is very difficult to find in this map. But looks wise, I'll give it a solid 8 out of 10. Especially if you are in the house version of this, you can just easily use the double windows, and it's very nice to use as a survivor. I quite love using that loop. It's one of my favorite loop in the entire map. So due to that, I will still put this up there in good tier, though I might swap that later on to mid.
No.
Moving on, we got Hawkins. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and say Hawkins is one of my favorite maps. This map was released back with the Stranger Things DLC. We got the Demogorgon, Steve and Nancy. All around amazing chapter. Honestly, love the Stranger Things chapter. Big fan of Steve. Then again, who isn't a big fan of Scoops Ahoy Steve? So overall, I say this map 10 out of 10. Absolutely amazing. The devs did a very nice job replicating Hawkins. Very nice. All around, I have a lot of fun playing on this map. There's a lot of good loopings there, very nice stories. There's a lot of god palettes as well in certain areas, so another extra point for that. Fair enough, as a survivor perspective, obviously. Will you have fun playing this as a killer? Really depends on the killer you're playing, but I guess for most of the killers it's okay. So in my opinion, this might come down to slight favoritism, but I'm gonna put that up there in amazing tier. Moving on, we got the Red Forest. Now there's multiple Red Forests. There's like Mother's Dwelling, aka the Huntress map. There's also the Plagues map. All around, I would say the Huntress map is very nice map. I quite don't mind playing that map. I actually quite like it. The Plagues map's also very good. I would say roughly I'll give them both decent 8 as well out of 10. Very nice. Looping wise, they also have some very nice loops, I would say. They only have like one questionable loop, so I'm gonna put that up there in good tier. Next up, we got RPD. Next up, we got Springwood. This map was released with the Nightmare on Elm Street DLC. We got Freddy and Quentin. Overall, this map, quite don't mind it at all. This map's actually very decent. Will you have fun playing this map with both killer and survivor? Yes. Looks wise, I'll give it a solid 8 out of 10. Pretty decent, I would say. It's not too bad. Not the greatest map in the game, but it's overall pretty good. So I'm gonna put that up there in good tier. Next up, we got Ormand. Now Ormand was changed as well multiple times. I would say pretty good, but looks wise, absolutely decent. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Very nice. I quite like how much snow there is. I quite like the main building as well. Very good. There is also a god palette in there, so I quite like it. Will you have fun playing this map as both killer and survivor? I would say so, yes, 100%. So I'm gonna put that up there in good tier. Next up, we got Yamaoka. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. This is my favorite map. I love this map. Absolutely amazing it. I quite love the looks of this. 10 out of 10. Absolutely amazing. This map was released with Spirit and Ada back with the Shattered Bloodline DLC. Honestly, I loved this map when it came out, and I still love it till this day. As I said, it's my favorite map. Will you have fun playing in this map as both killer and survivor? Yes. 100%. I would say this map is actually very balanced for almost every killer. So with that said, definitely putting this up there in amazing tier. Next up, we got the Shattered Square. Now, this map can appear with the Forgotten Ruins. If you're using the offering for it, you can either get this or the Forgotten Ruins map. But Shattered Square this year was released with the Night. All around, very decent map, I would say. Pretty good. It actually has a very unique style to this. I quite like the lighting. I like the main building. Very good. So looks wise, I'll give it a solid 9 out of 10. Looping wise, again, has a lot of questionable loops, especially if you're going against a Deathslinger, Huntress, Trickster, Twins, or anything like that. But overall, would you have fun playing a Survivor or Killer in this map? I would definitely say so. So I'm gonna put that up there in good tier. Next up, we got Shelter Woods. Moving on, we got the game map. Honestly, from a Survivor perspective, I love the game map. I love how many pallets there are, so looping for this is a 10 out of 10. Aesthetic wise, aka looks, also I'll give this one a solid 10 out of 10. Would you have fun playing this as Killer and Survivor? Not quite. As Survivor, yes, you will have quite a lot of fun playing this map. As Killer, not quite, but I still think it's still an amazing map to play in. Realistically depends on the killer you were playing as, but overall in general, I would say it's a quite amazing map. I know a lot of killer mains are gonna disagree with me on that quite a lot, but that is completely fine. Last but not least, we got Toba Landing. This map was released with the Singularity. All around, this map, decently 9.5 out of 10 on looks, has some very uniqueness to it. Looping wise, not bad. I would give it a solid 8 out of 10 quite as well. Would you have fun playing this map both as Killer and Survivor? I would say so, I guess. It's not too bad of a map. So I'm gonna put this up there in good tier. So this is my broad tier list for every single Dead by Daylight map. Some of you are gonna disagree with my choices, some of you are gonna agree with me. That's always how a tier list goes. Everyone has their own opinion, which is perfectly fine. But anyways, with all that said, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good night, guys.